If your person is not interested or curious about who you are, how your life is, what's your family background, where have you been in life, what have you done, they're really just not that into you, okay? And a person who's falling in love with you, they want to know every detail. Why? Because they want to cater to those details. They want to know how you take your coffee in the morning. They want to know what time of the morning you get up. Do you go work out? Do you like your friends? Do you hang out with your friends? Where do you guys hang out at? Have you traveled before? Have you been across the country? These are little details that I'm talking about. When they start to show these kind of interests, they are really interested in who you are. Welcome back to another episode of your Office On podcast. I am your host, Martha, and today's episode and topic is so beautiful. Listen, a lot of us walk the face of this earth and we really don't pay attention to a lot of things, and a lot of us do pay attention to a lot of things. And for those of you who do pay attention to all the things, I want you to pay attention to this list that I'm about to give you, okay? Because it's exciting, it feels good, and I want you to take a look if this is happening to you in your life, okay? Now, I know it's not February, the month of love, but we are going to give you something that's a lovey-dovey because I feel like just sharing some love. I feel like just giving it to you. So today's topic is going to be the 9 signs that someone is falling in love with you. Now, these are just basic signs, okay? Because everybody experiences this moment in their life differently, and it comes about differently, and everybody responds to it differently, okay? Because some of us are aware and some of us are not aware, okay? But that's besides the point. The point is, I want to give you these 9 signs so that you can pay attention to the person that you're with, to the partner that you're with or around, someone that you're dating, and see if these 9 signs resonate with you. And if they do, you just might have a partner who's falling in love, or you might be falling in love. And that's a beautiful thing. Love is so beautiful, guys. I can't tell you how much I love love. I always have as a child. And falling in love is like everyone's dream, right? Even for the ones who are a little bit bitter and sour about love and had their heart hurt, they still want love regardless. And I sympathize with you. I'm so sorry that you're going through it. And I know the feeling. I've gone through it myself, but I want to say this. Love will always find you when you are ready. Okay? So I'm going to give you this little bit of life coaching for a minute. If you pour into your cup and if you give yourself the love that you need, the love that you are giving yourself will find you, which means that when you are filling your cup and you are aligned with who you are and the love that you are giving yourself, the person that is meant to find you in that moment will find you. Okay? Now, let's get into the list. Let's get these signs out there and let's see if you resonate with them. And if you don't, it's perfectly fine. If you're single and you want to be like, Casanova on the streets, cool, be that person. But this is for those who are in a relationship and who feel like they need to know if someone is falling in love. All right. So the first sign of falling in love is increased time and attention. If your partner or your person, even if you're dating, the initial stages of dating, if they want to spend a lot of time with you, that could typically be a sign that they're really, truly falling in love with you. Now, we all know that in the beginning, we have this honeymoon phase where we just want to spend time together and it just wants to be always together. But sometimes when that slows down, you'll see that if that person is really falling in love with you or really about you, they want to be in your life. They want to seek activity with you. So they want to be next to you. They want to figure you out. They want to spend time with you. They want to see how you act in public, how you act around people. And that's the beautiful thing about it, because when somebody wants your time or they are giving you their time, you know that they are interested, because as you know, and as I know, someone who's not interested is not going to give you their time. And if they do give you their time, they're going to give you a little bit of time. It's kind of like the breadcrumbing thing, right? We don't want to get into the sour stuff of that part of dating. We want to get into the lovey-dovey today. So I don't want to talk about it. The breadcrumbing does happen when somebody's really not interested. But when someone's falling in love, they want to spend every moment with you. Now, I want to say this as a disclaimer, okay? Because sometimes we may think we're falling in love or the person is falling in love with us and they may be love bombing you. So you have to pay attention to the signs, okay? Because instinctively we know when someone is really truly into us, and we also know when someone is love bombing. And if you don't know what love bombing is, please read about it. Get informed so that you can pay attention to the person or the partner that you're with, or just people around you, okay? Number 2 is genuine curiosity and interest. If your person is not interested or curious about who you are, how your life is, what's your family background, where have you been in life, what have you done, they're really just not that into you, okay? And a person who's falling in love with you, they want to know every detail. Why? Because they want to cater to those details. They want to know how you take your coffee in the morning. They want to know what time of the morning you get up. Do you go work out? Do you like your friends? Do you hang out with your friends? Where do you guys hang out at? Have you traveled before? Have you been across the country? These are little details that I'm talking about. When they start to show these kind of interests, they are really interested in who you are and they're curious. And let them be. Don't always pour it out there all at one time. Give them just inch by inch because you want it to be worth it every time you guys have a conversation, right? If you throw everything out on the table at once, they're going to be like, well, that was fun. Great. Thanks. Right? But if someone is falling in love with you, they will gradually get to know who you are and they will expand their curiosity with you. Okay. They will ask, daily things. What do you do in the day? What are your goals for life? What kind of movies do you like? Things like that. And you and I know that that is the truth. And people will definitely ask you what you like, what you don't like, if they're interested in you. Most people don't pay attention to those things, but genuinely, when someone is falling in love with you, they're getting ready to expand who they are and reveal who they are with you. Okay. So acts of service and helpfulness. Now, this one I love the most because as a woman and you're dating a man, you start to see that they want to fill your gas tank. They want to open the door to the car, to the restaurant. They want to take you out on dates, help you with a project that you're working on, or they want to, like with me in the podcast, they want to help you with your podcast. They want and they care about your well-being and they want to be a part of it and they want to support and they want to be the challenger too. Sometimes they want to challenge you to push your own self against something that you want to do, okay? And that is just something that they want to do because they want to be connected and they want to be involved in your life. And it's so special because that connection starts to form and you start to see that you're supported and you start to see that this person really cares. Like, wow, I didn't expect them to do that, but they did, right? Okay. So in acts of service is also a number one thing, like running errands or going shopping, okay? Because we all know that ladies like to shop. I like to shop. I just don't like to shop all the time, right? And we're talking about like going to the grocery store, right? Like if you need to pick up something and he wants to go along with you, let him go along with you or let her go along with you, okay? These are acts of service and helpfulness. They just want to be helpful. They want to care for you. They want to care for your well-being, all right? Number 4 is consistent communication. This one is like the prime, okay? And the reason why it's prime is because communication is everything, all right? It's everything. And when they want to talk to you and they can't go a day without talking to you, or they're texting you and they're telling you about their day or that they're thinking about you, these things should be indicators that they really truly care about you. And they want you to know that they're thinking about you and they want you to know that they're involved in their thoughts with you. Okay. Now there's a healthy version of this and then there's an unhealthy version of this. Okay. Because you can over communicate to your partner or your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and it could be like overwhelming, right? So you and I need to know that there's a healthy balance and we both need to know that communication is good. Just don't always over communicate. Okay. And I guess what I'm trying to say is communication is key and it will be key for the rest of your relationship. So if you're communicating now and you're establishing a communication level that is powerful and strong, you can't go wrong later on, okay? And if he's willing to communicate to you or she's willing to communicate to you and open up and tell you things and talk to you about their social media or talk to you about their personal lives and be vulnerable with you, that is just so special. It is so special because you can finally connect with that person in a way that you're just not used to normally, right? Because a lot of times now people are just superficially connecting. And when you are falling in love or someone is falling in love with you, it's a different kind of communication. It's a, I want to know. It's a, I want to be involved, and I want to know everything, right? And that's kind of like the precipice of what falling in love is about. All right. So number 5 is going to be physical affection and proximity. That means that this person wants to be physically near you majority of the time, okay? And we're also talking about intimacy, but there is more to falling in love than intimacy, okay? It's not just about intimacy, it's body language, it's how close do I want to be with you? They want to hold your hand, they want to put their hand on your lap, or vice versa, right? Or they want to hold your hand when you're walking, or they just want to be next to you because you're just great to be with. Like last episode, I talked about body language. And when you're falling in love, your body language is always towards that person. It is always in towards that person. It's always leaning in because you want to know, because you want to be close, you want to be attracted, you want to be in proximity, right? And it is gorgeous, especially for those who like to have quality time and physical touch, okay? Because those love languages are really important to some people. And if you've got a partner who's falling in love with you and all they want to do is just hold your hand and they just want to be next to you on the couch, it feels so good. Okay. Number 6 is this: making future plans with you. Listen, if somebody's falling in love with you, they're thinking about the future. Okay. And they're thinking about what you look like in their future and vice versa. Because if you both are falling in love with each other, you're both looking at your lives going, how does this person fit in my life? And where can I make more room for this person in my life? Because when future plans start coming up, like moving in together or traveling or getting married, getting engaged, meeting the family, those are serious things for serious people, okay? Because you're not going to introduce your partner to your family if you're not really serious. I mean, I wouldn't, right? And I would hope that you wouldn't either, because then it's a fleeting feeling and then your family is catching feelings and connecting with this person, and all of a sudden that person leaves, right? I feel like when you are making future plans, you're very serious and you're fitting that person into your goals and your lifelong ideas of what life looks like with this person, right? And it's amazing because if you both are aligned and you both have the same values of life, it just fits like a puzzle piece, and it just keeps going, right? So the future plans are upon you both. It's not just that person, but if that person is falling in love and they're first and you're slowly coming in and falling in love, they're probably making future plans in their head. I mean, it's an indicator that they are falling in love with you, okay? Number 7 is emotional vulnerability. They are sharing their deepest emotions with you. They are sharing their fears with you. They are sharing their hurts with you, okay? Vulnerability is so hard for a lot of people. And when someone is falling in love with you, they are sharing things that they would normally not share with anyone, okay? And some people may be falling in love and not sharing those kind of things. But if a person feels safe around you and you feel safe around them, you start to share things that you would not normally share with other people. And that vulnerability starts to grow because you're starting to trust this person. And a person who's falling in love already trusts you. They believe that you can handle their emotional stories or their depth. Because some people will fall in love and not understand emotional depth or emotional intelligence to understand the other person or the other partner. All right. When they start giving you these places and they're able to let their guard down, that's a huge sign. Huge, huge sign. Okay. Because that is who we are. When we are able to be vulnerable with someone else, it is basically exposing all of who we are. And I'll tell you what, vulnerability is hard and it can feel really unsafe. It's almost like standing on the ledge and someone telling you to jump. Like, you know, you don't have a parachute. You know that if you jump, you're going to might get hurt. You might die. You might fall and just oblivious, right? I understand. But at some point in your life, you have to be able to be fully vulnerable with your partner. And if you're not, are you really truly falling in love? Are you really truly giving them all of who you are? Ask yourself that. All right. Number 8 is prioritizing your happiness and well-being. If this person is not prioritizing your happiness, which, by the way, let me step back and correct this. You are responsible for your happiness, okay? Your partner or the person that you're involved with or the person that's falling in love with you adds to that happiness, okay? But if that is not their priority, you might want to question if they're really falling in love with you, okay? But if it's their priority to make you happy or to see you smile or to see you laugh or just to see your eyes light up when they come around or buy you a gift or something, that is a huge indicator that they care. And your well-being, let's just say you're sick and he or she goes all in, medicine, taking care of you, feeding you. Now, this is not all necessary, but these are the things that someone who is falling in love would do for you, okay? And you and I know that not everybody's going to be that type of person, but you'll start to see those kind of behaviors and you'll see it and you'll notice it, okay? And it's a strong emotional sign that they care about you. And when someone starts to really care about you, you can be damn sure that they are probably falling in love with you. Now, if it's just a friend, they probably love you and they really care about you. I don't know about falling in love, but love is always everywhere, right? Love is with us everywhere. And when people start to care about you and your well-being, that love level is up high. Okay? It's up high. So number 9 is defending or standing up for you. Now, if you're out in public and your partner sees somebody either talking junk or starting something with you or even says something inappropriate to you and they stand up for you, I don't even know if you want to say that's falling in love with you. I would say that that's just a place where they care. They're there. They're in a place where no one, not anybody, is going to mess with you, and vice versa, correct? Because I think if you're falling in love with someone and you see somebody affecting your partner, you're going to stand up for them. You're going to retaliate. You're going to say something, or you're just going to openly support that person in whatever they're doing, which the other person is against, right? Right. When someone defends you and someone wants to protect you, I truly believe that they have passed the place of, I just like this person. When someone wants to protect you, it is a huge indicator that they're falling in love. I truly believe that. I've experienced it, and I'll tell you what, we all can protect ourselves, but knowing that you can let your guard down and that this person covers you like 4 walls, that's a really, really beautiful place to be. And it feels so good. So if you can feel those things and these 9 things that I gave you are a part of your interaction with this person, I'll tell you what, you might just have yourself a person who's falling in love, or you might just be falling in love. Okay, so let's go back to them. Number 1 would be increased time and attention. Genuine curiosity is number 2. Number 3 is acts of service and helpfulness. Number 4 is consistent communication. Number 5 is physical affection and proximity. It means they want to be around you all the time. Number 6 is making future plans with you. Listen, if that person is not making future plans with you, you're just not a part of their future. You're a part of their right now. And I know for sure that when someone is falling in love with you, they want to see you in their future. All right. Number 7 is emotional vulnerability. If somebody cannot open themselves to you, ask yourself if you're really in love. Ask yourself if they really care. Someone has to really open up about who they are to really care about somebody. Okay. Number 8 is prioritizing your happiness and your well-being. He's going to take care of you. She's going to take care of you. You're going to be the first thought on that person's mind when they are falling in love. Okay. That means the good morning texts. That means the, hey, can I get you some lunch? Hey, can I send an Uber? Hey, can I send a DoorDash? What do you need? Do you need anything? Okay. Number 9 is defending or standing up for you. When a person wants to protect you, you have to know that it is at that place. Okay. It is at that place. I know that you guys, if there's other things that you guys see past these 9 things in this list, and there's more to how you see them falling in love with you, that's beautiful. But I wanted to give you these 9 because these 9 are kind of like the basic formation of truly falling in love. Okay. So look at your relationship, ask yourself these 9 things, and and look at them and say, are they doing these things? If they are, and you haven't heard the LOVE word yet, just know that they're getting there. Okay. Because somebody's either falling in love or falling out of love. Okay. And when you're falling in love, these 9 signs are very relevant. They are there. You can see them. Okay. But I want to put this out there for you. Okay. Trust your instinct, because that will never lie to you. So me giving you these 9 signs of someone falling in love with you is literally for fun and entertainment. Okay. And they are basics of someone falling in love with you, but you have to trust your instinct. There's a place in here that tells you yes. And then there's also a place in here that tells you no. So heed to that. Take these 9 and make them, something basic, an example of what it looks like to fall in love or to see someone falling in love with you, and make your own assumption about your relationship. Okay. I truly love this. I hope you guys enjoyed the 9 signs of someone falling in love with you. Listen, I know someone out there is falling in love with me, and I am so happy, and I'm falling in love. It makes me happy. I want you all to fall in love, because love is something special. All right. So I'll see you guys on the next episode. If you liked this and it resonated with you, click subscribe, like it, and share it with somebody that might resonate with. Okay. I love you guys. Comment below. Tell me your story. Let me know your experience. And don't forget about our Monday motivations. They're every Monday at 9 a.m. I hope to see you guys next time on the next episode, and you guys take care. Bye-bye.